So Divinder, happy 41st birthday. How has your day been?
The day's been great. It's been very relaxing. I haven't done too much. I think the hardest thing I did today was have a photograph taken for a passport.
And so why are you having a photograph taken for your passport?
Let me tell you why. Okay, so we had planned this weekend to go across the border to Seattle and basically, just have a weekend of relaxing, eating fast food, not doing too much. But on Friday we got a letter from the immigration guys to say we've sheer dumb luck, I passed the immigration test. We can go and sit our swearing in oath, which basically means we become Canadian citizens, we have to sort of agree to wear lumberjack shirts. So Ocean and I went down there on Friday and said, booked a date, the 27th of May, we won't be here, we're going to be in Boston. Someone behind the counter said, we have to basically wait 60 days. And I said to her, can you tell me why? And we looked at her and said, process. And I said, what does that mean? And we looked back at her and said, it just means process. So Ush kept it going. I trod on Ush's foot to say, why don't you shut the hell up, Ush? I don't want my application going through the shredder. Ush just carried on pushing. Final woman just said, basically, you have to wait 60 days. Ush said, it doesn't make sense. We just want to get it done ASAP. She goes, the earliest date you're going to get is the 27th of July. And Ush pointed out to her, we're going to be in England at that date. And we says to her, if that happens and you decline the second one, you're applying all over again. And I then tried to just fought really hard to say, telephone message, I barely got through this test, you idiot. Don't make me do it again. Long story short, she says, you have to wait for us to give you a date. But she says, don't worry, Divinder, we're going to be in Seattle soon, just relax. I'm like, okay, fine. We get home. The kids are all clean, car's packed, we drive down to the border. We get to the immigration booth, and the immigration guy says, 3 of your passports are great, but Simran's passport expired 8 days ago. I look at Ush, Ush looks at me, we both look at Simran, Simran shrugs his shoulders like, it wasn't my fault, you're the adults here. Immigration guy says, don't worry. Go in there, be nice, speak with your funny accent, and the guy will be fine. We go in, Ush is like, we're going to get rejected. I'm like, shut up, just be quiet, we're going to be fine. We go in, there are 9 really nice American officials and 1 idiot. I'm praying to God, please God, let him not be the idiot. The 9 nice guys have been looked at, they got someone there, the idiot goes, next, we go up there. He looks at me, and all he sees is terrorist. Terrorist, terrorist, terrorist. I said to the guy, I'm really sorry, you've got the passports there. If my son, his renewal is in July, I assume my daughter's one was the same. He looks at me and says, so why didn't you renew? I just explained to you, look at my son's passport. He goes, no, I'm not looking at your son's passport, your daughter's one is not right. I said, well, what can I do? I'm really sorry, but the immigration guy at the front said you'd be okay. He says, well, he had no right to say that. He's being a complete bleep, bleep, bleep. I look at Simran, and he says, basically, you should have done this. If you want to pay $545, we'll let you in. I'm like, I haven't got that sort of money. He says, well, in that case, she can't come in. So I said to Simran, do you know anybody that you can phone up right now that can maybe pick you up and then the 3 of us can enjoy our weekend? I didn't say that really. I wanted to, and I thought Simran would cry. She looked like she's going to cry now just from saying it. Anyway, so long story short, the guy says, go back to your van. We go back to the van. The worst part, what's worse than even that humiliation, is that the day before, I'd phoned the other couple that we were going to go with, and I said to them, I'm really sick, I can't make it. And the guy JP, who I apologise to now, said, oh okay, sweet. And I said, I caught you out. So I feel like this is his revenge. Like, he got his revenge. He must have friends in high places. I got Ush to phone his wife. His wife was really upset to the point that we couldn't go. So we turn off, and we have to go back through Canadian customs. So the guy says, how long have you been in America? I said, about 20 minutes. Okay, well, why only 20 minutes? So I explained the situation. He said, he couldn't let me through. Anyway, we're driving home, and Ush is sitting there quiet. The kids are sitting there dead quiet. I'm like, okay, they've tuned into the fact that we're not happy. I said to Ush, how do you feel right now? Don't talk to me. We get home, I'm starving hungry, the kids are starving hungry. What do you want to eat, Ush? Yeah. Let's go sleep. I'm like, Ush, you can't go sleep, it's like 7 o'clock. Finally at 10 o'clock, something like that, we eat KFC or have like rotten stomach next day. Ush goes, I'm going to redeem this. She phones the hotel, gets the booking moved. Fantastic. Phones a friend who says, I have an apartment, you guys can go and stay in overnight. So we decide, right, Saturday night we're going to stay in an apartment. So she was like, great. Then she reminds me, Divind, you know that these bad things happen in threes? I'm like, shut up. I don't believe that. That's rubbish. Anyway, we're driving along. We're about 20 minutes away from the apartment. A limousine in front of me, driving along like it's a Sunday afternoon. I overtake him. And just as I overtake him, I see a traffic cop with a camera, maybe 100 yards up, and he points at me. And he indicates like that. And there's a strange smell in the car. I thought it was me, Ush, Karen, Simran, all of the above. I pull over. And she's like, you're so getting a ticket. I told you free. I'm like, shut up!
That was not my reaction.
No, it was.
It wasn't.
What did she say?
You're going to get a ticket.
Yeah, but I was also like,
You bloody were. Made her say, look, anyway, so I pull over and the guy says, do you know how fast you're going? And I was going to make a joke first to say, whatever I was going to say. I didn't. I thought best not to. I said, I'm really sorry. It's my birthday. I tried to lay this like, it's my birthday, blah, blah, blah. And he just looked at me like, I really couldn't care.
He was a nice guy. He was a nice guy.
Anyway, so I said to her, don't worry. They check my details. First offence, slap on the wrist. I'll cry maybe. Officer, sorry. He comes back and he says, because you were going over the limit, I'm going to have to give you a ticket. I looked at him like, but it's my birthday. So he looked at me and said, I don't care. You were speeding. He says, $250, okay, if you don't pay within 7 days, or $113 if you do. So let me just backtrack a little bit. Because we couldn't get our citizenship, we had to pay $200 for permanent residency cards that we didn't need to do. Because the passport expired, we got paid $400 to get them done in an emergency. And now I've got a speeding fine. So all I say is, happy birthday to me! So all those people that sent me Facebook, happy birthday, thank you very much. Everybody else, you're a bunch of bastards. Good night.
bye-bye.
Bye.